Hey guys, this is Aiden, and in this video we'll be talking about Protech Knives USA. So I've owned quite a few Protech throughout the years that I've been collecting my knives. These four are just ones that I have at the moment. I definitely own quite a few more than these four. Um, So they're a great company. In my opinion, I mean, I know Metal Complex just rave about them all the time, being the best side opening auto. Um, and I completely agree. Their action is just amazing. Their spring, their coil spring, I don't know what they do to them, but it just kicks the knife like a mule. And that's like every single Protech too. I've never come across a single Protech that had like a sloppy action. So as you guys know, I mean this one, it's a Malibu. This is manual flipper. That one is Protech Invictus collaboration with Prometheus design, I believe, and then collab with the Strider. So they're Protech SNGs. So what I want to really talk about today is that I don't know what's been going on at Protech shop, but just it wasn't like a huge issues back when I first started collecting knives. I remember owning like my first like Protech SNG. By the way, this is my newest Protech SNG, and this is probably like my fifth or sixth Protech SNG that I've owned. Um, I do a lot of like selling and trading, so but yeah, back a few years ago, it wasn't that big of an issue, at least not for me. I don't know about other people, but I've just been noticing as the these newer Protechs come out, um, something about with their grind, it's just either being off or I mean both. Like sometimes it's off, sometimes it's just really thick behind the edge. Um, that's another thing. Um, I mean, these knives don't really have an issue except for this one. The grind being a little slightly off. If you can see right here towards the tip, this is the clip side. And then if I turn it around the other side, just look at this swedge, how far it goes. And then on the other side, the swedge, or this like the straight line starts a little further down, further lower, or just, yeah, just a bit lower than the other side, so it doesn't really meet up quite the same. Yeah, it's the flat goes up to here, and then on the other side the flat goes up a little higher. So I don't know what happened there. Well, that, and if you can tell, I have laid the factory edge back to 17 degrees per side with my KME, and I noticed that the thickness behind the edge was pretty dang thick. Not that I care too much, it just takes more time when you're like sharpening your knife, because the thicker behind the edge, the more material you have to shave off. So if you look at the edge bevel, you can tell that I've laid it back quite far from the factory. The factory edge looked more like this when it came out, because you know Protech likes to put like their factory edge something like 25 per side or something close to 30 per side, which is crazy to me. This thing I've never really like used it because I'm also selling this soon. But Yeah, I have like tried to cut open like a package or like a box, and then it's not a good cutter. Um, Mainly due to the factory edge being um, so high, the angle just being so high. And then I kind of bought this, and then I don't know. Everyone just been like talking to Malibu and how great the action is, and I mean I do enjoy the action on this Malibu. It's very crisp. It's really nothing like there's no there's I haven't actually I haven't held like other button lock flipper that really just felt like Malibu. Not that I have felt like a manual button lock that many times anyway, but all I have is the Freeman. Um, and yeah, I mean it's fun, but I don't want to just own a knife to just fidget with it. I want to actually use it, and I don't think this is like a great user in my opinion, because just how thick behind the edges, and if I lay it back to like 17 or 20 degrees per side, it'll look almost identical to my Invictus. Quite horrifying, these edge bevel. Yeah, it's just so thick. It's ridiculously thick. And same with the Protech SNG. Some of the few first models that I've had wasn't this bad. I don't know what happened. They were decently thin behind the edge. I believe some of the reviews that I've seen say like they're around like 20 thou behind the edge, but this one this is the newest one they came out with, Blade HQ exclusive S45BN, and this is even this SNG, I do feel it quite thick. All the thickness behind the edge. I don't have a caliper or anything, so I can't measure it. But I mean, you can just feel it. It's not something like, it's not a rocket science. I mean, you can definitely tell. Even my Strider, I know like a lot of people know Strider has pretty decent, like, you know, when it comes is Strider is pretty decent when it comes to their grinds. They usually come with like fairly thin behind the edge. But I don't know. I think just Protech's been slacking a little. This is a custom SNG that I got sometime early last year, and I remember loaning this out to Metal Complex to do his review. This is number 3 out of however many they made. I think around 100. But I picked this up, and then I've noticed that this one has actually great thickness behind the edge. This is nice and thin. I do use it sometimes. I don't really save queen it that much, but yeah. I also sharpened this with my KME, laid it back to 17 per side, and that one has nice and short or skinny edge bevel compared to my my newer SNG, but I guess you can't really compare these two because this is a custom grind done by hand, and this is probably just machine ground. Okay, well, I don't want to whine and complain too much about Protech. I love the company, and I mean, I know I'll keep buying more of their products, more of their knives, because I like their action so much, and there's nothing like it. But yeah, those are just a few of my complaints about the Protech. Let me know if you guys have any issues with them, or just any, if you can just leave any comments. I would like to hear your thoughts, and we can maybe like discuss about it. All right. Well, that was it for today. You guys have a good day, and goodbye.